So I got this Etsy mock-up shop up to 2,028 sales, 564 reviews. I'm a star seller. It's all good. I made over 2,000 sales on 1,638 orders, which means people were buying more than one. That's why the sales is over 2,000. Revenue 2,654. This is recent that I did this. There were 2,400 active listings on there at the time. And as you can see in the bottom right, my account has been suspended. Now, why has it been suspended? Because I let it get suspended. Because at 2,400 listings, here's what happened. So I'm going to show you this. Let me pull this up real quick. On this shop, I had 2,400 listings, and every 4 months, you have to pay Etsy 20 cents for every listing, even if it sells or not. So every 4 months, I had to pay Etsy $480. So times 3, that is $1,440 per year. If I make a sale or not, I'm paying Etsy that $1,440. So divide that by 12. That's $120 a month that I had to pay Etsy just for the pleasure of having the shop on Etsy. That's insane. That is nuts. Like, people say Etsy's free. Etsy is not free. It is insanely expensive to run stuff on here. So that $480 I had to pay to list all those 2,400 listings, then 480 times 4. So actually, to list it all was, and then have it renew every 4 months, is $1,920. Divide that by 12. That's $160 a month paid to Etsy. That's just in relisting fees and listing fees. When you make a sale, you pay transaction fees, processing fees, then you pay a relisting fee for every sale too. Now, because I'm selling digital products, that hurt. I actually didn't really make any money on this store, even though it looks great. If I could go back in time, I would do this again, 100%, because mock-ups do work and people do buy them. Now, I happen to get caught dead in the crossfire of the Etsy mock-up apocalypse, whatever you want, apocalypse, where all the Etsy buyers were saying that if you use mock-ups that you buy, they're going to suspend your store, which was not really the case. I mean, as long as your mock-up reflected what you're selling, you're fine. But everybody thought that that's the reason that Etsy was suspending so many stores. The reality was Etsy's bots were going crazy with suspensions back. This was about, I think, a year ago. So they were suspending stores left, right, and center. Anyway, my store was trucking along, doing really, really well. And then that happened. And I'll show you the detailed stats here. Going really well. Like from, I started this in June of last year. Oh man, it's been a year. And then July picked up a little bit, August picked up, and then September it really spiked from 1,700 visits to 6,875 visits. Now I ran ads as well, which if you're running a digital shop on Etsy, you can't run ads because you'll lose money. So you definitely can't run ads now. Now back then I thought, okay, what I'm going to do with this shop is I'm going to create a membership off of Etsy. So I'm going to use Etsy to kind of get people into my universe. And then I'm going to use my membership to provide them with monthly bundles of mock-ups, or however many I make, like a couple hundred a month. And it's a good business plan. I still think it'll work, but it doesn't work with Etsy anymore. Trying to get people off of Etsy onto an email list is virtually impossible. If Etsy even sniffs out, like you have something in your header that says join the email list or go to my website, they will actually throttle down the traffic going to your store, which is already low. So there's a ton of mock-up shops on Etsy. Some of them do well. I think the ones that started before 2020 do really well. The ones that started after, if they're doing actual product shots, they're doing well. Like where I used 100% AI. Like I didn't shoot one single picture for this on those 2,400 listings. I just used Midjourney to create everything. Got really good at Midjourney, by the way, creating mock-ups. So anyway, the mock-up shops that are doing well, I think they had just started at the right time and they hit their pace and they're doing really well. The ones that are doing really well today, I think most of them are actually having models and they're taking pictures of themselves actually in the real shirt or whatever it is, or holding a mug or whatever it may be. I don't think it was really coffee mugs that got people into trouble. I think it was more the t-shirts. because if the t-shirt didn't match the actual shirt that you were selling, that was a big no-no from Etsy's point of view. But I still, to this day, I say the mock-ups were not the issue. Anyway, let's go to finances here. Let's go to payment account. And you can see right now, I owe them. And it's 115 days overdue. That's the last day I had this shop running, $447.39. And that is simply for relisting fees that they want. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to pay the relisting fees because I don't really want to open up the shop again because it's not really worth my time at all. So I can go back here all last year, I guess, I don't know. And you can see what I spent. There's what I made. This is Canadian dollars. There's my fees, which ate dramatically into that. But look at that. On the marketing side, I actually lost a whole ton of money because I ran a lot of ads to this. So every month I would make money. The fees would eat into the profits, and then my marketing would just destroy my profit margin, like completely. So if you are selling digital products on Etsy at a low cost, you can't run ads. You have to have some kind of profit margin in order to make it work. So like I said, I was fine with that because I had a long-term plan for this store of actually having people go to my subscription and membership for mock-ups, the mock-up membership. And that never really panned out either because people just would not leave Etsy. So listing-wise, I can show you what was working too. Now they're all deactivated at the moment. But you can see I had like this, all AI. This one, actually the background I did in AI. And then the straw itself I did in AI. And then I figured out how to use Photopea in that case to create the actual mock-up for it. This one is just a kid, completely AI. This was more for Halloween. And that is a kid's Bella Canvas 3001. This one took a little bit of time to figure out because it was a Canva one with drag and drop. So I figured out how to use Canva and how to create drag and drop mockups where that's the one where like you can drag the background in, and then you can drag the Tumblr design in there, and it'll just pop it right in very nicely with the highlights and the shadows and everything working perfectly. And then I sold a lot of Tumblr mockups. There's another one of a dude in a Gildan 18,000. I got a whole bunch that I was adding, and the store was actually, it was picking up pace. And I think if I could just have got to the tipping point where I could have got a lot more free traffic from Etsy, I think it would have worked really, really well. I even had deals like buy one, get 3 free in order to attract as many Etsy buyers as possible. But overall, the store itself, I consider it a failure in that it lost money, but I consider it a huge win in the amount of knowledge, experience, and AI knowledge, and prompt knowledge, Canva knowledge, Photopea knowledge, everything that I gained from this made it so that now I'm in the print-on-demand world. I've always been in the print-on-demand world, but I can create these mockups for anything using AI, and they look so real. Like you telling me this dude down here, that doesn't look real. That 100% looks real. I wonder if I can click on that. Oh yeah, it'll still let me click. You can see that. That was my videos. It was simply the design just popping onto the shirt. Super simple. Anyway, in a way, I'm a little bit sad because I do wish that this shop had done what I wanted it to do, but I think timing-wise, it just didn't work for me. And as well, with the whole gigantic drama over mock-ups and people thinking that's the reasons that shops were getting suspended, really hurt. As well, on Etsy itself, I think there's an anti-AI sentiment. There used to be anyway. I don't know if it's turning around now. And there used to be a huge anti-anything that isn't handmade sentiment on Etsy. So I now have like 2,400 mockups sitting on a Google Drive that the plan is to continue my original plan of going to making this store, but instead of making it on Etsy, I plan on making it off of Etsy. And I do plan on starting up that membership, the mockup membership, where people pay a monthly fee and they get mockups, like a couple hundred mockups every month from me. So that's the plan. I think it can still work, but I just wanted to show you this in that Why the heck would somebody shut down a store that had 2,028 sales on Etsy? Well, there are reasons. And the other thing is, whenever you see this number, this screen on Etsy, or even this screen, the stats, you see revenue, you're not seeing the fees and you're not seeing the marketing expenses that went into getting that revenue. And typically, if you saw the marketing, like on the payment account screen here, under finances, where if you ever saw this screen on the bulk of those stores, you would be like, oh, so you actually lost money, like $1,800. I lost money on this store. So in that way, I failed. In the year 2023, it failed for for the whole time. But on the surface, it looks like a good one. So this is something that I've never really seen any Etsy seller show you. So the next time you see a screenshot from Etsy, say, okay, go to your activity summary for the year and show me the sales, fees, and marketing. And I don't think anybody will, because they're too embarrassed to admit that they're making peanuts or they're actually losing money. Anyway, I'll close with that. If you have any questions on mockups or AI and how to generate them, or even now I've advanced into using AI to create designs as well as the mockups. So what I've done is effectively eliminated the need to buy mockups for my stores, because I do have stores on Shopify, and the plan is to move a store like this to either Shopify or WooCommerce platform and sell them from there, running my own paid ads, which I feel like at that point, because I can do email marketing as well, I feel like a mockup shop can still work, but I don't think it can work on Etsy unless it is like a legit no AI used type of shop. That's my opinion anyway. So I do practice what I preach, and this kind of proves it, and I do fail as well. I'm very good at failure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you started one of these? Are you interested in starting one of these? Have you used AI? Let me know in the comments what you think.